In June 1962, three inmates at Alcatraz, the most secure prison in America, pulled off a daring escape, vanishing into the cold waters of San Francisco Bay. Did they drown in the treacherous currents, or did they manage to reach freedom? This is the story of the infamous Alcatraz escape. Alcatraz, known as the Rock, was designed to be inescapable. Surrounded by frigid waters and strong currents, it housed the nation's most dangerous criminals. But even the most secure prison couldn't contain the determination of Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin. Over the course of months, the three inmates meticulously planned their escape. They dug through the concrete walls of their cells with makeshift tools, created life vests from raincoats, and fashioned a raft. On the night of June 11, 1962, they made their move, slipping through the hole they had created, climbing the prison roof, and descending into the bay. The next morning, guards discovered the escape. All that was left were dummy heads in the prisoners' beds, carefully crafted to fool the night watch. Despite an extensive manhunt, no trace of the men was found. Official reports concluded that they likely drowned, but no bodies were ever recovered. Over the years, various pieces of evidence have emerged. Some suggest the men survived, including reports of sightings and mysterious letters. In 2018, a letter surfaced claiming to be from John Anglin, stating that the men had survived. However, the FBI's official position remains unchanged. The escape from Alcatraz has become a part of American folklore, inspiring movies, books, and endless speculation. It remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the history of criminal escapes, a testament to the ingenuity and determination of those desperate for freedom. Did Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers survive their daring escape, or did the waters of San Francisco Bay claim them? The truth remains elusive, adding to the legend of Alcatraz. Join us next time as we explore another historical enigma. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. What do you think happened to the Alcatraz escapees? Share your thoughts in the comments below. In 1971, a man using the alias D.B. Cooper hijacked a plane, extorted $200,000, and then parachuted into the wilderness, never to be seen again. Despite decades of investigation, his identity and fate remain a mystery. This is the story of the infamous D.B. Cooper. On November 24, 1971, a man identified as D.B. Cooper boarded a Northwest Orient Airlines flight from Portland to Seattle. After takeoff, he calmly handed the flight attendant a note, revealing he had a bomb and demanding $200,000 and 4 parachutes. The authorities complied, and Cooper released the passengers in Seattle before ordering the plane to take off again. As the plane flew over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper opened the rear door and parachuted into the night with the ransom money. Despite an extensive search by the FBI, no trace of Cooper, his parachute, or the money was found. The FBI launched one of the most extensive manhunts in history, interviewing hundreds of suspects and following countless leads. Yet, D.B. Cooper's identity remained elusive. Some believe he perished in the jump, while others think he escaped and lived under a new identity. Over the years, numerous theories have emerged, with individuals claiming to be D.B. Cooper or having known him. Some suggest he was an experienced skydiver and survivalist, while others believe he died in the wilderness. Despite these theories, no conclusive evidence has ever been found. D.B. Cooper has become a legendary figure in American folklore, symbolizing the perfect crime. His story has inspired books, movies, and endless speculation. Even today, the mystery of D.B. Cooper captures the imagination of those who wonder how he managed to vanish without a trace. The case of D.B. Cooper remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. In the summer of 1975, America's powerful Union leader, Jimmy Hoffa, vanished without a trace, igniting one of the nation's most enduring mysteries. Hoffa, who led the Teamsters, America's most powerful labor union, became a symbol of influence but also of corruption due to his notorious ties to organized crime. After becoming Teamsters president in 1957, Hoffa's power attracted government scrutiny. By the 1960s, Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy had launched investigations into his dealings. In 1967, Hoffa was convicted of jury tampering, bribery, and fraud, receiving a 13-year prison sentence. In 1971, President Nixon commuted his sentence on the condition that Hoffa stay away from union activities until 1980. On July 30, 1975, Hoffa was last seen outside the Machu's Red Fox restaurant in Michigan, waiting to meet two mafia figures, Anthony Tony Jack Giacalone and Anthony Tony Pro Provenzano. Hoffa was never seen again. His car was found abandoned nearby, but there were no signs of struggle. Theories about Hoffa's fate range from a mafia hit to a burial under Giant Stadium or disposal in a steel drum. Despite countless investigations and even excavation efforts, Hoffa's body has never been found. Jimmy Hoffa's disappearance remains an iconic cold case, capturing the public's imagination for nearly half a century. His story, filled with intrigue, organized crime, and political power, highlights a dark chapter in American labor history. Nearly 50 years on, Hoffa's fate continues to baffle and intrigue. The question remains, will we ever uncover the truth, or will his disappearance forever remain a mystery? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more episodes of Unsolved Mysteries of Early America. What do you think happened to Jimmy Hoffa? Share your theories in the comments below. During the 19th century, a secret society known as the Knights of the Golden Circle, KGC, plotted to establish a new empire in the southern United States, Mexico, and the Caribbean. But their plans vanished into the shadows, leaving behind cryptic clues and hidden treasures. This is the story of the mysterious Knights of the Golden Circle. The KGC was founded in the 1850s with a mission to create a pro-slavery empire. They sought to expand the southern states' influence and even dreamed of annexing Mexico and the Caribbean. The group was highly secretive, with rituals and codes that kept their activities hidden from the public. During the Civil War, the KGC supported the Confederacy, engaging in espionage and sabotage. They planned to smuggle weapons and gold to support the Southern cause. But as the war dragged on and the Confederacy crumbled, the KGC's ambitions began to fade. After the Civil War, the KGC seemingly disappeared, but rumors of their hidden treasures and secret plots persisted. Some believe the group buried vast amounts of gold and silver across the southern states, leaving behind cryptic maps and codes for future members to find. Treasure hunters have spent decades searching for the KGC's legendary caches. From Texas to Kentucky, clues have been uncovered, but no significant treasure has ever been found. The KGC's legacy lives on in tales of hidden wealth and the mystery of what happened to their grand plans. The Knights of the Golden Circle remain one of the most enigmatic secret societies in American history. Whether they truly buried vast treasures or their plans died with the Confederacy, the mystery continues to fascinate and inspire, adding another layer to the rich tapestry of America's past. The Knights of the Golden Circle may have vanished into history, but their legend lives on in the hunt for hidden treasures and the secrets they left behind. Join us next time as we explore another chapter in the history of America's unsolved mysteries. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. What do you think happened to the Knights of the Golden Circle's treasure? Share your thoughts in the comments below. On New Year's Eve 2010, thousands of red-winged blackbirds fell from the sky in Beebe, Arkansas, leaving residents shocked and authorities puzzled. What caused this mysterious mass bird death? This is the story of the sudden Arkansas bird death. Beebe, a small town in Arkansas, was celebrating the new year when chaos struck. Around midnight, thousands of birds began crashing into buildings, cars, and the ground, dying on impact. The eerie sight of the streets littered with dead birds left the town in shock. Authorities quickly launched an investigation. Initial tests showed the birds died from blunt force trauma, but what caused them to fall from the sky? Theories ranged from fireworks startling the birds, causing them to fly into buildings, to more outlandish ideas like secret military experiments. Wildlife experts suggested that loud fireworks could have disoriented the birds, causing them to fly at lower altitudes and crash into objects. Another theory proposed that a severe weather event, such as a microburst, could have sent the birds into a panic. Yet, the exact cause remained elusive, with no definitive explanation. The sudden and unexplained nature of the event fueled conspiracy theories. Some claimed it was a sign of an impending apocalypse, while others suggested government cover-ups. The incident sparked widespread public concern and debate, making headlines around the world. In the years since, similar events have occurred in other parts of the world, but the Beebe incident remains the most famous. While the official explanation points to fireworks, the mystery of what truly caused thousands of birds to fall from the sky still lingers, reminding us of the fragile balance of nature. In 1937, Amelia Earhart, the world's most famous aviator, vanished without a trace during her attempt to circumnavigate the globe. Her disappearance sparked one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. Was it a simple navigation error, a mechanical failure, or something more sinister? This is the story of Amelia Earhart's final flight. Amelia Earhart was a trailblazer, breaking barriers in a male-dominated field. Her goal in 1937 was to become the first woman to fly around the world. With her navigator, Fred Noonan, she set off on a journey that would take them across 22,000 miles of uncharted skies. On July 2, 1937, Earhart and Noonan departed from New Guinea on one of the last legs of their journey. Their destination was Howland Island, a tiny speck in the Pacific Ocean. But as they neared the island, they lost radio contact. Despite extensive search efforts, neither Earhart, Noonan, nor their plane was ever found. Over the decades, numerous theories have emerged. Some suggest that Earhart ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. Others believe she was captured by the Japanese and held as a spy. There's even speculation that she survived and lived out her life under a new identity. Despite numerous searches, no conclusive evidence has been found. In the year 1587, over 100 English settlers vanished from their colony on Roanoke Island, leaving behind only a single cryptic word carved into a tree: Croton. To this day, the fate of these settlers remains one of America's oldest and most enduring mysteries. Was it treachery, assimilation, or something more sinister? This is the story of the lost colony of Roanoke. Our story begins with Sir Walter Raleigh, a man of ambition and vision. Appointed by Queen Elizabeth I, Raleigh was tasked with establishing a permanent English settlement in the New World. It was a time of fierce competition between European powers, each vying for control of uncharted territories and the riches they promised. Raleigh's first attempt at colonization in 1585 was met with failure. A small group of settlers, led by Ralph Lane, found themselves unprepared for the harsh realities of the New World. Hostilities with local tribes and a lack of supplies forced them to abandon the settlement. However, Raleigh was undeterred. In 1587, he financed a second expedition, this time under the leadership of John White, a seasoned explorer and artist. In July 1587, John White and his group of 115 settlers, including women and children, arrived on Roanoke Island. Their mission was to establish a permanent settlement and secure England's foothold in the New World. The group included White's own daughter, Eleanor, who gave birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in America. The settlers quickly set about constructing their new home, but tensions with the local Native American tribes soon began to rise. Relations with the Algonquian-speaking tribes, particularly the Secotine and Croton, were tenuous. Previous encounters had left scars on both sides, and the newcomers found themselves increasingly isolated. Despite the challenges, the settlers persevered. However, as summer turned to fall, it became clear that their situation was growing dire. Supplies were running low, and the fear of an attack from the hostile tribes loomed large. With the colony's future hanging in the balance, John White made the difficult decision to return to England for more supplies. Leaving his family and the settlers behind, he set sail in August 1587, promising to return as quickly as possible. However, fate had other plans. Upon his return to England, White found the country on the brink of war with Spain. The looming threat of the Spanish Armada forced Queen Elizabeth to commandeer all available ships for defense, leaving White stranded and unable to return to Roanoke. It would be 3 long years before he could finally make his way back. When John White finally returned to Roanoke in August 1590, he was greeted by an eerie silence. The settlement was deserted. There were no signs of a struggle, no bodies, no evidence of where the settlers might have gone. All that remained was a single word carved into a tree: Croton. White knew that Croton referred to a nearby island, home to a friendly tribe with whom the settlers had established some contact. But despite his best efforts, White was unable to mount an expedition to search for the settlers. A storm forced his ships to retreat, and White would never return to America to solve the mystery of the missing colony. Over the centuries, countless theories have been proposed to explain the fate of the Roanoke colonists. Some believe they were attacked by hostile tribes, while others suggest they attempted to integrate with the Croton people.